Hello, this is Ken Roth Jr. I just wanted to give you an update as to all the videos that I've posted, who I've called, and what's happened so far. I have notified every national news agency, local news agencies. I've also notified the Inspector General of the Department of Justice, the U.S. Marshals, and the FBI. I've also contacted Governor Strickland and Congresswoman Kaptur. I have not heard back from anyone from the news agencies or the politicians. Now, I did try getting a hold of Mr. Alt of Malone, Alt and Farrell, located in Toledo, Ohio, Sylvania, Ohio. Their client is Robert Bolin, and if you recall, he is the one that called me up and threatened me. I was hoping to talk to Mr. Alt and to try to get an end or some type of an agreement between Robert Bolin and I. Unfortunately, Mr. Alt refused to answer any of my calls. Like I said, I just wanted to talk to Mr. Alt and have him try to get have Mr. Bolin and myself try to work this out. Instead, I got this phone call from Mr. Malone, and he is the senior partner of Malone, Alt and Farrell, and this is what he had to say. Now, mind you, he called me on my cell phone, and this message was taken off of my cell phone and taped.
4:20 p.m. Mr. Roth, this is perfect. This is Dick Malone from Malone, Alt and Farrell. I'm returning your calls to Tim Alt. I'm only returning the calls to let you know that we are not going to speak with you. You are not our client. We have no obligation to speak with you. If you feel you have a complaint that you want to register against Mr. Bolin, I suggest that you do so. Find legal counsel. Do it on your own, however you want. But you can stop calling this office because we will not take your calls. Thank you. End of message.
Now, instead of trying to get this problem resolved, Mr. Malone of Malone, Alt and Farrell would rather have it go through court. And he would rather have his client spend a whole bunch of money, plus myself, paying this guy, paying his firm, big bucks, just so that a situation that could be resolved between diplomatically, and for Robert Bolin is guilty of threatening me. I mean, I proved that with that with that audio tape. All the other allegations that I've made about Mr. Bolin and his companies is true, and I can prove that. But instead of taking responsibility for his actions, he would rather have it go through court. Now that's Mr. Malone talking. I don't know what Robert Bolin is because I've been ordered not to speak to him, and that if I had any questions, concerns, or anything regarding Mr. Bolin and Toledo Automatic Door and Toledo Door and Window, that I was supposed to call Malone, Alt and Farrell. Mr. Alt being the active attorney. I mean, they're tying my hands. As you can see, Mr. Alt, Mr. Malone, and Mr. Bolin are all arrogant, and they think they're better than everybody else, and they want to use the law to prolong taking responsibility. And Mr. Bolin had the audacity to say that I'm not a man. He has to go through attorneys when he screws up, because he knows he screwed up. Well, all I can say is, Mr. Bolin, this video and Mr. Malone's and your messages will be played on every website that I can possibly post this on, where people will look to see about contractors here in Toledo, Ohio. Everybody's going to know the truth about you, Mr. Bolin and Mr. Malone, your firm, and Robert Bolin, your company. Everyone will know the truth about all of you. And I tell you what, if I was a homeowner, there's no way in hell I would hire either one of your companies. Because Mr. Malone, you just caused more havoc for your client by not talking to me. Yeah, you don't have a legal obligation to talk to me, but you do have a legal obligation to talk to me in regards to Mr. Bolin. Because now you just caused Mr. Bolin, now he's going to have to spend more money. You cost your client money. You costed your client money. There's no way in hell, if I was a person, I would not hire you. As a person looking for an attorney, I would not hire you or your firm because you just cost one of your clients money. And possibly business. Because now, the video, part 2, and I'll make another video including part 2 and your voicemail, Mr. Malone, so that everybody will know about your two companies. As far as the rest, like I said, I have not heard anything back, and I'm hoping to hear something back from the Inspector General, the Department of Justice, the U.S. Marshals, or the FBI, or all three, preferably. And I hope to hear something back from the national news agencies. Thank you for your time. I just wanted to keep you updated. Thank you.